Hello, I'm Patton Oswalt, and I'm going undercover on the internet. This is actually me. Twitter. How many TV shows are you on? Are you taking jobs from hot Australian actors? Right now, technically, I am on 4 television programs. 5 if you count the semi-recurring on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Am I taking jobs from hot Australian actors? Considering the 2 of the jobs I have are voiceover jobs, I'm going to say yes, because no one crushes the voiceover world better than hot Australians and their American accents. Posted. Is Patton short for anything? Randy, take a look. I'm short for everything. Get it? Because... Random question. When you grew up in Virginia, were you a Skins fan? Yes, I was a Skins fan, if you're referring to the leathery skin on the bodies of trolls in the Dungeons & Dragons 2nd edition, so many of which I fought with my dwarf character, 5th level fighter with it's a +3 axe of cutting. So was I a Skins fan? Yes. Next. Answers.com. Where does Patton Oswalt live? Well, the answer to that is easy. In your mind. What ethnicity is Patton Oswalt? Well, I'm white. No, sorry, I'm pasty white. Submitted. What was the answer to a question about Patton Oswalt on Jeopardy? It was a $200 Jeopardy. I only got the $200 one? It was a $200 Jeopardy question from the category The Performer, Wednesday, January 26, 2011. The clue was Patton Oswalt cooked up the voice of Remy the Rodent in this 2007 film. And the answer, of course, was Bad Lieutenant, starring Harvey Keitel. That was a very dark period in my life. More Twitter. When you were a wedding DJ, what was your go-to song to spin? Well, unfortunately, my go-to song to spin was Almost Paradise, which was the lead singer from Loverboy and one of the women from Heart. And my God, Virginia rednecks love that song. I don't know what it is, but it's catnip. It's catnip for rednecks. Why did Patton Oswalt's Netflix special make me cry? It could be one of 2 things. 1, because I was courageous enough to try to reach some new emotional depths and expose myself for my inner being on camera. Or 2, you may have sat on your scrotum. Bobby Miller Jr. asks, when will you share BTS pics of you in your motion capture suit? Hashtag #SeeHappy. Well, Bobby Miller Jr., I would be happy to share those photographs. Unfortunately, Bobby Miller Sr. got a little aggressive, asking for motion capture pictures from the King of Queens. Yeah, that's right, I did that whole show motion capture. There was an injunction and a restraining order, so right now I'm sorry if I'm a little gun shy, but I don't think I can share those with you. Blame your dad for that. Officially on the internet. When did Patton Oswalt become the Bears offensive coordinator, asks Mason Forrest. Hey, look, work is work. Reddit. Someone wrote, my baby is Patton Oswalt. Look, a lot of babies look like me. I've learned to live with that, and there are certain fetish groups which I do very, very well with, so I'm not complaining. What am I looking at? I love Patton, and I love MST3K. I am serious, I don't know what is happening. I am hoping that is what I think it might be. I'm assuming this person has died. They seemed very frightened and confused. I'm gonna assume after this they went and walked into traffic. Captain Ham Pockets, which we all know is Joe Biden. Wikipedia. Oswalt was born January 27, 1969 in Portsmouth, Virginia. He was named after General George S. Patton, and then very quickly broke the world's record for most disappointed father. He is a 1987 graduate of Broad Run High School, Ashburn, Virginia, and was initiated into the Alpha Theta chapter of the Phi Kappa Tau fraternity. Insert requiem for his liver. You may not believe it, but it's actually me. IMDb. His favorite movie is Six Pack. It's not. I think some troll added that, and I saw that years ago, and I'm like, I'm never changing that. You know what that is? That's my brown M&M's thing. If someone has read that, it means that they just did the most basic research on me, and they're a shit interviewer, so I'm never changing that. I've never seen Six Pack. I'm vaguely aware. I think Kenny Rogers is in that thing. It's not my favorite movie. My God. Was considered for the role of Albert Brenneman in Hitch. I didn't know that. I would have taken that role. What do you mean considered me? Why don't you tell me, you idiots? I would have done that in a second. But I would love to act with Will Smith. What are you, nuts? I was considered. Hey, thanks a lot. Thanks for the late notice, guys. What could they add here trivia-wise? Let me see. Recently found out he's allergic to gluten. Explains a lot of the coughing and hacking I did all through my 30s and 40s. Was inducted into the Harvard Lampoon. Oh, Bo Diddley once yelled at him in Wichita, Kansas. That really happened. I saw Bo Diddley, and then after the show, all these hot women are going up on stage to get their pictures taken, and me being a dummy like, I'll go up on stage too, and he turned to me and goes, get off the stage. And you know what? I deserved it. Submit. More Wikipedia. Oswalt first began performing stand-up comedy in the late 80s or early 90s, late 80s, by his own reckoning. By his own reckoning. I know the exact date, Wikipedia. I've said it in a million interviews. My own reckoning. What, did I suffer a head injury? I started July 18th, 1988. I'm not some weird Norse poet. By my reckoning, it was a stormy night. I was out on... No, July 18th, 1988. By my own reckoning. Good Lord. This is a Cormac McCarthy novel. After writing for Mad TV and starring in his own 1996 comedy special for HBO, he went on to garner notable roles in film and television shows. He has also appeared in smaller roles in such films as Magnolia and 22 Jump Street. And by small roles, we mean literally one scene. The Caterer had a bigger role in those movies than I did. Even more Twitter. How can you possibly look exactly the same 41 years later? I want to just be glib and say pomegranate juice, but the darker answer, and the truth, is that we have fallen into an inverted timeline where none of us is actually aging. Embit, I want you to go look in the mirror and be prepared for a shock. That's right, entropy is dead. We are all frozen in a peak moment of horror and hopelessness. Oh hey, watch AP Bio Thursdays at 9:30 on NBC. I had a dream Patton Oswalt got arrested for breaking into Paul McCartney's house and charging at him naked. This was a dream, right? Well, yours was a dream, but the reality, where I charged at Richard Marx naked, that was quite a different story. Ryan Ardy, which may I say, is an anagram for Hitler Youth. Wait, hang on. Oh no, it's not. Sorry. It's not. Why did Patton Oswalt voice act in Minecraft story mode? Right now, there's a certain explosion going on in the world of video games. And because of that, there is a boomtown aspect to it where they are overpaying any voice actor who says yes way beyond their abilities or pay grade. Seriously, it's actually me. Quora. Could Patton Oswalt's Star Wars vision be made? What they're referring to here is a impromptu rant in which I combine Marvel universes, the DC universes, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Star Trek, and then the Greek gods from Clash of the Titans. Because Disney has now bought up all of the Fox stuff, technically they could combine all of these different properties into one massive mega thing. However, Clash of the Titans is still owned by Universal. So no, my vision could not happen, but I do think an alternate vision could happen with Star Wars universes, the Marvel universes, the Star Trek universes, and the Blues Brothers. Close enough. More Reddit. I mean, my God, this is a poster that the people at Entertainment Weekly put together based on my vision. I will say, they literally put every single element that spewed out of my skull into this. They put Moon Knight in there. They put Robot Chewbacca. That's the X-Men ship. And they even have Amy Poehler's line, the female part's a little underwritten. Mwah. Thank you, EW. I will always love you. I wonder if Patton plays Phil Collins at home.
When I have kids, the most recent CD that I will own, Phil Collins, No Jacket Required. That'll be the most recent CD I own.
Unfortunately, I kind of didn't hold up to that promise. I started off my daughter listening to stuff like the Ramones and the Beatles and the Pixies, early Stones and Bowie. I've basically raised an 8-year-old with the musical taste of a 48-year-old. So I've destroyed her life.